So we've got one summary, two interpretations. Who's right? Is Donald Trump really in the clear?
We cannot be sure because nobody has read the full report. Only two people have read it so far, the Attorney General, Barr, and Rod Rosenstein. So the 4 pages we have is their reading of what they've seen in the report. And there are two parts very clearly. One is the interference, Russian interference. So they repeat, but what we knew already because of the indictment, the fact that the Russians both hacked into the democratic computers and then gave the information to WikiLeaks. And the second part of the Russian interference, which is disinformation via social media. And we knew about that because 13 people were indicted, 3 companies, and then 13 or 12 Russian agents, GRU agents. So we knew that. The second part is about obstruction of justice. No, I'm sorry. The second part is, did the Trump campaign collude? No, collusion is not a legal word. So if the special counsel had found something, he would have found elements to show that there was conspiracy by the Trump campaign or the president himself to defraud the U.S. government. Apparently, he didn't find evidence. So it is strange because remember about the meeting in the Trump Tower with the son-in-law, lots of Russians, etc. But maybe his conclusion was this is Russian agents' terminology, that they were just naive people, what they call useful idiots. But there was no desire to collude, and that although they were tempted, you remember the email by Donald the son, saying, oh, yes, sure, we want dirt on Hillary Clinton. So although they were tempted, apparently they didn't go through. So there is no collusion. And part 2 of the report is obstruction of justice. And it's interesting because this is something that the president brought upon himself. If he had not fired Comey, the director of the FBI, there would have been no special counsel and no investigation on obstruction of justice. And here, this is where we have 2 voices. Because apparently the conclusion of the special counsel after investigating both sides is to say, I cannot conclude whether there was obstruction of justice. And the sentence, the way Barr writes the sentence is, since he didn't make the determination, we felt, me, the Attorney General, and Rod Rosenstein, that we had to reach that determination. And our determination was, or is, that there is no obstruction of justice.